This is the unbelievable yet true story of Jonah, a man who tried to escape his destiny, but ended up on the most unexpected journey of his life. Lost, trapped, alone, but even in the darkest place, mercy finds him. Jonah, a journey of mercy and redemption.
And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Historia Soteria, story of salvation.
Today, we journey back in time to a tale of redemption and mercy, the story of Jonah. Imagine a man tasked with a daunting mission, a wild storm at sea, and even a miraculous escape from the belly of a great fish. Ready? Let's dive in. Our story begins with Jonah, a reluctant messenger. God had spoken to him, saying,
Jonah, go to the great city of Nineveh and share my message of warning.
But Jonah wasn't ready. He felt uncertain and, frankly, a bit scared. So, instead of obeying, he decided to run in the opposite direction.
I must escape this heavy responsibility. Maybe I'll find peace far from here.
Boarding a ship bound for a far-off land, Tarshish. As the ship sailed into the vast ocean, dark clouds began to gather. A violent storm erupted, tossing the ship like a toy in a bathtub. The sailors, desperate and terrified, scrambled to secure the vessel, praying to every deity they knew. "What's happening? This storm is like nothing we've ever seen," they exclaimed. Amid the chaos, the sailors discovered that Jonah was asleep below deck. When they woke him, he confessed,
I am running from God. I am the reason for this storm.
Running from God? What should we do now?
Realizing that Jonah's disobedience was the cause of their peril, the sailors decided, with heavy hearts, that the only way to calm the storm was to cast Jonah overboard. The moment Jonah hit the turbulent waters, the storm began to subside. But Jonah's story was far from over. Instead of drowning, he was swallowed by a massive fish, a miraculous creature sent by God to save him from the sea. In the belly of this great fish, Jonah had time to reflect and pray. Inside that dark, mysterious realm, Jonah prayed earnestly.
I see my mistakes now. I am ready to follow your will and bring your message of mercy.
He confessed his fear, regret, and longing for forgiveness. Over 3 days and nights, in a place no one could imagine, Jonah's prayer filled the watery silence with hope. And just as hope began to shine within him, something extraordinary happened. The great fish, obeying God's command, spat Jonah out onto dry land. It was a fresh start, a chance for redemption.
I will go to Nineveh. I must do what is right.
Jonah arrived in Nineveh, a city teeming with life, but also steeped in wickedness. With a voice both humble and urgent, he proclaimed,
In 40 days, Nineveh will be overthrown.
His message was simple: change your ways and turn back to God. To everyone's astonishment, the people of Nineveh, from the king to the common folk, listened. They repented, fasted, and turned away from their misdeeds. Moved by their sincere transformation, God showed them mercy, sparing the city from destruction. But not everyone was happy. Jonah, who had tried so hard to escape his duty, now felt a deep inner conflict. He wondered aloud, shouldn't they be punished for their wickedness? Yet, God gently reminded him of a greater truth.
Jonah, I care for all my creations. I sent you not to condemn them, but to offer them the chance for salvation.
As Jonah sat under the scorching sun, God caused a leafy gourd plant to grow beside him, its broad leaves casting a cool shade over him. Jonah sighed in relief, grateful for the comfort. But the next morning, a worm came and withered the plant, and the sun beat down upon Jonah's head. Frustrated and faint, he cried out, "It is better for me to die than to live."
Jonah,
You cared for the plant, though you did nothing to make it grow. It sprang up overnight and perished overnight. Yet, should I not care for the great city of Nineveh, where more than 120,000 people live, who do not know their right hand from their left.
At that moment, Jonah understood. The gourd was a lesson. God's mercy extends to all, even those who seem undeserving. True mercy means offering second chances, even to those we least expect. And so, the story of Jonah reminds us that no one is beyond redemption. It teaches us that even when we stray, there is always an opportunity to return, to be forgiven, and to embrace the mercy that transforms hearts and saves lives. Thank you for joining us on this adventure of hope, redemption, and divine mercy. Until next time, keep your hearts open and your spirits high.